They fought in Vietnam. He fought communism back then. He's still fighting it. The only difference is the communists live here now.
Yeah.
And they all want free stuff, Dave.
Yeah.
They want you to pay for it, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why should we have to pay for it?
Why you get shit?
Yeah.
The fries, you get gravy. The gravy, yeah.
If you're a homeless veteran, the government don't give you nothing. If you're an illegal alien, you come across the border, they set you up in a hotel, they give you food stamps and welfare, and they make us pay for it.
Try fighting Vietnam for what? Shit?
Yeah. Apparently you fought for our freedom for nothing, Dave. The Democrats are just selling us out and giving it all away.
Exactly.
They want us to be socialist communists. We're gonna lose it all, Dave.
Yep.
Okay, folks, this is DJ Wonder Chrissy, and today we've got an interview with a big, was Facebook. He's on Rumble. He's on YouTube sometimes, and he's in jail. He's got strikes. He's got a little bit of everything. We'll talk about that, but it is Jeff from Paint the Trump, and I've been watching his channel for several years, and he does a little bit of different type of channel. He does flag waving and political commentary. I'll just call it political commentary. So let me introduce Jeff. Jeff, thanks for coming to the interview today, and love to have you.
Thanks for having me.
So why don't you give us a history of your channel? How did it start? Was it a flag waving from the beginning, or was it something else?
No, I think my channel's been around for like maybe 10 years. But it was an art channel. It was where essentially I uploaded videos to Facebook because I had this page called Paint the Trail where I did my art.
I saw some of those fences you did.
Yeah, and then so I had a YouTube channel that I was just I was using YouTube as just like a filing system to, like, if I ever painted Jimi Hendrix and I wanted to send somebody a video of it, I would be like Jimi Hendrix painting. I could find it easy on my channel because I'm terrible at organizing my videos, saving them. Like, I can't tell you, like, initially I was saving my stuff on a laptop, and then I broke my laptop, and then I couldn't access any of my stuff. So I was using YouTube as like a backup sort of way to save the videos that I was making. So that's how it started. And then, I don't know, 8 years into it, I think it was about 7 or 8 years into it, I started doing the Trump stuff. And then I changed the name of my page to Paint the Trump instead of Paint the Trail. And I was doing that for a while, probably a year. Then, and I only had I didn't even have 1,000 subs after 8 years. And then just one day, man, I noticed that I got a lot of likes, because when you only have 1,000 subs, to get 20 views, you'd be doing good. 40 views. One day I looked down, I had like 10,000 views or something. And I was like, wow. And then I
big
looked,
time.
I noticed that my channel had like 16,000 subs. I never
overnight, huh?
I never paid attention. It could have been over the course of a week or two, maybe, because I never monitored anything or looked or cared or anything. So, and then so that's kind of that's just kind of how I got to jump somewhere. I don't know how or why. No idea. And it was just Trump art I was doing and Trump flag wave. And it was like me and 3 other people that were waving Trump flags in Orlando area. And I guess it was the Trump flag waving video that, I don't know. For some reason it hit the algorithm.
Yeah, so you've been doing the flag waves for how long?
I started, it wasn't in 2016, it was about a year before 2019, started waving Trump flags. Because I was trying to get people amped up to vote for Trump again and keep it going and get him in there because he did such a good job. You know, and after 8 years of Obama, oh my God, you know, and that was the only way I could figure out how to. I was trying to amp people up locally to go vote for Trump, mainly.
Any pushback from the community, or what was the community reaction? I know you had 2 different locations where you did the waves, and
shit, we got down to. It started out one location, and then as we got closer to the election, people started showing up. And we were actually waving for three or 4 months. We were waving 6 days a week in 6 different locations.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how many people were you drawing at that point?
There were hundreds of them, man. Months before the election, like on election day in Castleberry. Election day, we had 500 people out there. And then on the Friday.
Wow.
On the Friday before the election in Orange City, that was always we always had a lot of people show up there. We had 700 people out there waving flags. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
I missed those videos.
We had big crowds. Yeah, 4G Auto Blow used to come out and do rap videos and stuff. And but the crowd stayed pretty big even after the election because nobody knew who the winner was and all that stuff. And remember how long it took them to count the votes?
Yeah.
So there was a couple months after the election where we still had maybe have had hundreds of people out there. And then it just dissipated after that.
Yeah.
You know, so now we're lucky to get 10 people. We're still doing it. We took like 3 months off. With the hardcore Trump people that didn't want to quit waving ever. They wanted to keep going, but there's only like 5 to 10 of them. It got to a point where 5 people were showing up, and I was like, let's take a break, man.
Yeah.
So we quit for like 3 months, and then they kept pestering me to go back out there. And we get 10 people, maybe.
It's going to pick up. It's going to pick up as we move through 2024.
Yeah, if not, hey, man, if people are scared the FBI is going to get them or something.
So what's the weirdest?
I'm not gonna call people up and say, "Hey, get out of here." You know what I mean? It's got. Last time it was just sort of an organic thing, so it needs to be the same way. I'm not gonna beg people to come back out, and if it is what it is.
So what's the weirdest thing that you've had happen, or give us a couple of ideas of stuff that occurs during these waves? Obviously, you're triggering the normies and trying to awaken the people, the sheeple, as our buddy Adam would say.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the normies that would. It's the lefties. It's the pink-haired weirdo, types that would be triggered. Yeah, I think that's why my channel blew up, because we got a lot of super triggered people. I mean, anytime I made a video, you'd have at least 2 to 5 super triggered people that just, some people would pull in. We've had people get out, and I mean, we've gotten into multiple fights with people. The Black Lives Matter gang was coming out and counter protesting us. We'd have a lot of altercation. The police had to, anytime we waved flags, the police had to be there. Otherwise, there's always because if they weren't there, it didn't take long, and somebody had to call 911 because some shit was going down.
Oh man.
Yeah. So, and it was always started by the other side, those guys. It was never started by us. They want to come over and burn the flag, or shit like that.
It seems like
they always acted like they wanted to talk to us and have like a conversation, but it always turned nasty.
So I mean, going back to your artwork and stuff, I've seen you did obviously you did some work with Trump photos or figures. I think I've seen a Ronald Reagan one, and I think at one point I heard or saw someone delivered a Ron DeSantis picture to him about a year or two ago.
Yeah.
What's your and it sounds like you're doing
it for president. I for the local GOP people, I painted Ron DeSantis.
Okay.
And because one of the guys that was in the GOP, he would do his own little flag waves too, and he had a pickup truck, and he wanted to be able to mount. He made this little mount to hold the painting, and I painted Ron DeSantis on both sides, and so he could put it in his truck and drive around with DeSantis on there with some flags and stuff. And then he went to some fundraiser thing or something for DeSantis when he was running for governor again, and he got DeSantis signed it. But I'm a big DeSantis fan back then, not anymore.
Yeah,
I'll never vote for him for nothing.
Have you met any celebrities as part of your work? I know you did a whole series on politicians in Florida last cycle.
Well, I got this. Trying to make a long story short, I started putting up artwork, painting my stuff on fence pickets, and I would put these panels together. And on a busy road here in Longwood, where I live, I was installing these paintings of celebrities. Every time a celebrity died, I painted them and I put them up there. and then during election cycle, maybe 3 election cycles, like local politicians that were running that were conservative, I would paint them and then, put their name on there, what they were running for, as like an advertisement for them. I did that for a bunch of people. I painted DeSantis out there when he ran for governor the first time. But that's as far as that went. Yeah. And the art's still out there. And this is back when Obama was president, demonizing the police. And there's probably, I don't know how many there's actually three properties that I had artwork on. The far left one might have been 200 feet. Far right one was about 200 feet. And the middle property was like 300 or 400 feet. And so I used the middle section to paint all the fallen police officers that died on duty in Seminole County, where I live, and Orange County, as like a tribute to police officers.
Yeah.
Obama was demonizing them, and it pissed me off so bad. Once I started putting the art up there, I realized, wow, I have a pretty cool platform here. A lot of people are going to see this stuff. So I painted the fallen police officers. And during that last hurricane we had, and I was always happened to, touch up the stuff because the Florida sun beats the hell out of everything. And then fix things. Hi, buddy. But the last hurricane blew over a big portion of the police officer paintings. And I couldn't really fix them because at that point they were just rotted and there was no way I could fix them. So I took them all down.
Okay. That's a nice gesture.
I didn't have time to, they were up there for about 8 years, but I didn't have time to repaint everything, So I just decided to take them down because I couldn't leave them up there looking like that.
Well, you're an artist. I think you mentioned you were a carpenter as your original trade.
Yeah.
Your artwork that I've seen is just phenomenal. And I did catch 1 or 2 videos where you're showing the huge amount of fence lines that you've painted over the years for your community. So let's talk about censorship.